So we have exercises where you're just thinking about the pelvic floor on its own, those on and off squeezes and the hold and breathe squeezes. But in everyday life, we've got to think about the job the pelvic floor has to do. So when we're standing around and we're holding things like shopping or babies or bags, we could stand and have everything underneath and it just hanging about. Wafting, I call it wafting about. The brain is very happy to let our pelvic floor waft and our tummy muscles waft. But the tummy muscles and the pelvic floor muscles underneath are posture muscles. They are supposed to be engaged when we're doing things, especially anything that's got a bit of weight. But not really super tight like we've got a carrot up our bottom, that's not real. This very low level where you can still breathe, but helpful and not nothing. Okay? So let's do nothing, but we're going to turn our toes out again, and we're doing nothing. Now, on purpose, tighten up around the back passage and hold it and breathe, and then see if you could add some weights on top. And the pelvic floor is going to have to tighten and lower a little, but never back to zero when we've got something in our hands, but changing as we change. So it's not, lots of concentration. And you won't think you're doing very much, but if you stop and now let go, that's zero. Can you feel it goes, ugh. And now can you feel how that's not enough? Because we want to do something. So tighten again round the back, not terribly much, just a little, so you feel more supported inside. And get that to be part of what your brain expects to happen when you've got something in your hands, especially something with a bit of weight.
Because when you put your arms down, you tend to
relax. Want to let go.
I've done that a few times.
And then pause and let go. Now let's put our feet just a little tiny bit pointing in. And that means we won't feel the back quite so easily, but we can focus underneath at the front. Do you feel that change it? Bring it a bit more forward. So if now you can focus more where the bladder tube is, get that lift and tuck at the front. You'll feel your tummy probably a little bit more obvious. I like to have nice posture because you might as well get everything. And now multitask. Can your brain learn that you need to have a little bit of pelvic floor going on underneath all the time that you're carrying anything?
Concentrating the arms when the gums go down.
It's the down. Now at the moment, because you're learning, you're going to have to think like mad to do this. It's like learning to drive a car. But soon this will feel easy and you'll be like, oh, I just do that automatically. But it does take practice.
You have to concentrate.
One more. I can see it in your eyes. And let go. Now the hardest one, which is what we do the most in everyday life, is have our arms out to the side, especially bags and baby car seats. Now, if you take your arms up like this, there is a bit of a natural instinct to hold inside, but when your arms are coming down, your brain just wants to collapse everything. Can you feel that? So this one you have to really train your brain for. So beautiful posture. Draw up underneath the back and the front together, and you've both done your tummies beautifully. Tummy's okay, because that's the back support from the front here. Now practice little penguin arms up, easy, down, not so easy. And there's a real instinct to let go, isn't there?
It was easy. It's easier actually this way.
Do you find?
It's harder
for me. Do you find it?
Funny how we're completely different.
And so you have to practice what you're not very good at. Not only what you're good at. One more. And down. And let go. And another one that some people really struggle with is reaching. Things like reaching for your car boot to close it, or putting things on shelves. Some people find when they reach up, they get a little leak out. So to practice, if that's you, a good one to practice is hands here. Draw up underneath the back and the front together, and now practice reaching. And some people will find this really easy and not see what the bother is, and other people will feel that when their arm goes up, they would desperately love to let go at the bottom. Any takers for that one?
No.
You're all right on that one. You're okay on this one, good.
Yeah.
But if that's something that happens for people, we get them to practice this. and then stop, and then let go. So lots of people have problems with things like jumping. Now, this doesn't work for everybody, but it is something you could make a start on at home, see if you can get the hang of it. The question is it a timing problem? So if you know you've got some nice strong muscles now from practicing, but you still would leak if you jumped, you can practice jumping and holding at the same time. Now, we've talked about not using your muscles, being completely relaxed. We've talked about holding them a little bit and trying to breathe and move so that they're part of our posture. And for jumping and coughing and sneezing, you would have to hold them quite a lot for them to help to stop your bladder leaking. And the problem with the jumping is a bit like those arms. It's not the going up, it's the coming down. We all knew that. So I don't advise this unless your bladder is empty, but you're going to hold your muscles on purpose, do one very baby jump, and see if you're still holding your pelvic floor when you land. Shall we try? Group jump. So hold your muscles on purpose. I would suggest the best squeeze you can do. Little jump, and then see if it's there by letting go.
Halfway.
Half there.
Definitely wasn't as strong.
Wasn't as strong, it's gone. So in your brain, you have to learn that you've gone up, and instead of thinking, hooray, I'm up, you've got to be ready to come down. Because you're sometimes so pleased at the top, you've forgotten you're coming back down again. So now you know what's coming. Tighten your muscles underneath on purpose, and think about the landing. I love the faces.
The concentration.
You held your pelvic floor, but your face was...
Oh,
in or out? Got harder, not easier.
And when I went up and I got excited and it was gone.
It's because we laughed in the middle. It's one to practice at home in the privacy of your kitchen. Make sure the neighbours can't see you. And it will drive you mad. But you might be surprised that after just a couple of days you think, oh, hang on, I kept it. Have one more go. So you hold it, jump.
I kept it.
She kept it, I kept it. You kept it. Well, now you have to try 2 jumps then.
Because I was very stiff.
So it's not very natural. But remember, this is your first time ever trying it. Imagine if you did this every day for a week. It would get a lot better. So when you can do 1 jump, you have to try 2 jumps. Okay, so we do hold, jump, jump, let go. Hold, jump, jump, let go. You did it. Faces gave it away. I could tell because you look so serious.
It's tensed around my thighs and everything. So I just need to just contain.
But don't worry about being tense, because this is like learning to drive a car. You're going to be tense. But if you practice 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jumps every day without being spotted by the neighbours for a week, I think you'll find by the end of the week you're like, hey, I can jump. It's just teaching your brain to do 2 crazy things at the same time. And I think you've shown there you have got the muscles, but you haven't quite got the timing. And you might be very pleased when you practice it. But only on an empty bladder to start with.
So we'll stop now.
We'll stop there now.